Awful, insane amount New York just spent on one bathroom is exactly what Trump hates. Yet another example of gross Democratic mismanagement is coming out of New York City, President Trump's hometown. The example reported by Heat Street is truly ridiculous, though, so you might need to sit down before reading. The New York City government managed to build a 400 square foot public restroom in the park for $2 million. And if that's not bad enough, it took the city 7.5 years to accomplish this. Holy moly, that's pretty bad even for the Democrats. The politicians in charge didn't even seem perturbed by this truly ghastly waste of public funds through New York City Councilman David Greenfield. Simply said, government sucks at development when confronted with the bill on Wednesday. No kidding, money for the bathroom was secured in 2011, but construction in Gravesend Park, Brooklyn didn't even begin until 2015. The building project apparently got tied down in regulation, red tape, and having to coordinate among different government entities. This kind of government waste is endemic to New York City, and Donald Trump famously got fed up with the city's inefficient and costly reconstruction of the Central Park Wollman Ice Skating Ring in 1986. The refurbishment began in 1980, but by 1985 it was still incomplete and $12 million over budget. The future president then took matters into his own hands. Check out this short video detailing how Trump smashed New York City bureaucracy to fix the skating rink once and for all.
The Wollman skating rink and how Donald Trump fixed it is a great insight to how he thinks and how he works. And if you applied the same standard of cutting cost and cutting time to, say, infrastructure that he applied to the Wollman skating rink, you could build probably $1 trillion of infrastructure for $200 or $300 billion. To set the stage, the Wollman skating rink was very popular, about 135,000 people a year. And in 1980 it broke and it couldn't make ice. And for some bizarre reason, the city bureaucracy couldn't get it to make ice, so they spent $13 million and 6 years, and they just couldn't get it done. Trump, whose house and office both look out over the Central Park, got more and more irritated and finally began to publicly harass Mayor Koch about how stupid this was. Koch finally got fed up and said, all right, smart aleck, I'm going to give you $3 million in 6 months. You fix it. And as Trump puts it in the Art of the Deal, at that point he realized his prestige was at stake. Because if he didn't get it done, Koch was going to publicly ridicule it. And he also goes on to say, this is my favorite line about Donald Trump, now that I was in charge, I realized I didn't know anything about fixing a skating rink. Now I think that's important because Trump is a man who learns as he needs to know. So he said, so now that I was in charge and I know I didn't know anything about fixing skating rinks, I said to myself, who does skating rinks? And he said, Canadians. They looked up and found the #1 skating rink company in Canada, which actually makes virtually all the National Hockey League skating rinks. They called them, they flew in the next day. They went over and looked at the Wollman skating rink and they came to see Trump and they said, this is so stupid, it's embarrassing. And they proposed a very specific solution that was very easy to do, but totally different from the very complex solution the city wanted. And he also says, because I was personally on the line, I wanted to make sure this worked. So even though I'd hired the best company in the world, I showed up every day and I looked what was going on. And it fit an old rule I learned years ago from a banker friend, that you get what you inspect, not what you expect. So here's this vision of Trump who's wandering around worried about the horticulture and are the plants being put in right and how are the pavements and all these different ones, because he wants it to really look good. Well, they come in about $750,000 budget. They take that money, they put that into a trust fund that goes to modernize and take care of the rink and the park around the rink. They charge to use the rink. They more than double the number of people, or they about double the number of people. It goes from, I think, 138,000 to 256,000. And the profit from that goes into the same trust fund. So you have this model of an entrepreneur cutting through all the red tape, going to the best at the business, getting it done quickly, and then sharing with the community all the profits from the achievements. This project doesn't matter to him financially. What mattered to him was there was this eyesore in the middle of Central Park, and it was sad that people wanted to go ice skating. You know, it's sort of the definition of Trumpism being anti-stupid. An ice rink that doesn't make ice is stupid. And so Trump doesn't like things that are stupid, so he stepped in and fixed it. I think it's a great story about Trump, and it's a good example of why entrepreneurs can do things that bureaucracies can't do.
That's right. Because Trump is a blessing to America. That's why they're so opposed to him, because a lot of people are going to go down because the corruption is going to end, at least to a lot to the point where it used to be. Trump promised that he would have the renovation done in a matter of months, and he over-delivered 2 months ahead of schedule and nearly $1 million under budget. Now that's more like it. This is why we need more entrepreneurs in our government. Share this story 1 million times if you are tired of government incompetence like the kind in New York City, and you are happy to have a guy in charge that is tired of it too. Yes, what a big difference. And they're attacking this man continuously, nonstop. Unbelievable. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.